Hi, welcome to A Punk with Toys. I'm Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Super 7 G.I. Joe ReAction Snake Eyes. This is a Target exclusive. So, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, hammer it, whatever they say. If you like the video, follow the channel. I like doing reviews, do all this kind of stuff. And today I'm going to show you this G.I. Joe ReAction by Super 7. I'm going to quickly compare them to my original G.I. Joe 3 3/4 figure, straight arm figure, and use the difference. But quickly, we'll take a look at it. And what got me to order this was the absolute wonderful number 21 Marvel comic. And on the back, unlike the other reactions, it does not have the panels, so you can kind of pick what figures you want. And obviously I took the figure out already. And here's the figure that we have. And he has an Uzi, and he has a sword, which he did not have in it, but it does get thrown at him in the episode. I'm assuming that's the reason why they gave it to it. So, but again, this is a reaction figure. I've never had a reaction figure. I've seen them 1,000 times for different brands, different lines. Different brands, different lines. But anyway, we're going to take a look at it. It's 5 points of articulation. And I think right here you're going to find out why G.I. Joe in the 80s pretty much ended the Star Wars figures. Again, 5 points of articulation. Not really my cup of tea. This thing got me because of the amazing artwork. The more I looked at the figure, the more I wanted to open them up and do a quick review on them and see. I want to point out what the difference is between these, because I know a lot of people I've seen online, a lot of people that are getting into G.I. Joe or getting back into G.I. Joe or whatever, they see these and they're, oh, they're so cool. They don't realize 5 points of articulation. A lot of people don't know what 5 points of articulation is, and we're going to get into that. So anyway, we'll see if he's worth the $17.99 price tag. So probably my reaction. That's probably not. Anyway, let's take a look at it. Alright, so now let's take a look at this. And again, the reason why I picked up this is because of issue 21. I absolutely love this issue. It is the silent interlude. And what it is my original comic. And there is absolutely no words spoken in this issue. I believe it was the first and only comic at the time to have a comic without any talking. And it's super cool. Again, this one is absolutely beat up because it's my original. But there's nothing. It tells you nothing. You're just following along. And there you have Stan Lee Presents. Larry Hama. I mean, super cool. Alright. And when you look at it, they do a real good job. They even recreate the little guy, little Joe that we never really got. Super 7. They give you the real American hero across it, which I like. I hate that they dropped that. Hasbro's dropped that with the classified and everything. And even with the retro line. And you can tell it's almost the exact same art. They adjusted it here. You'd have to twist it a little bit like this. But I think that was just to get the art on here with the figure. So, on the back, rather than give you the figures that are coming with it, this is a Target exclusive. And they take specific panels from the comic, and you kind of see what's happening, what he's doing. And here at the end, this is where we find out that somewhere along the lines, we're going to find the Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are related. So, if you don't know about the comic, I'm assuming if you're a Joe fan, you probably know, but maybe not. Look into it. Again, when they redone 21, they did it with another line of G.I. Joe. They did the same thing, silent interlude, but again, no words or anything. Super cool. So let's take a look at our figure. And again, I wasn't going to open him. So he comes with this inside. This little plastic casing. He fits right in here. Sword fits in. Uzi fits right there. So he's not bouncing around like the original figure. Oh, there's the other thing. I believe all the Super 7 figures, I want to say they're all on this side. G.I. Joe was always on the right side. So they changed it, so I haven't seen any in the store yet. I just received this from online. So we'll take a look at the points of articulation. This won't take very long, but his head turns. His arms go up and down, and then his legs move back and forth again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points of articulation, if you don't know what 5 POA is. So here's the Uzi. It looks nice. It's not the box Uzi, it's a big Uzi. But do not try and fit this in an O-ring figure's hand because you will snap their thumb off, because their hands are way bigger than any of the O-rings. Then he comes with a sword, which he did not have in the comic, but I do believe this is supposed to be because spoiler alert, Storm Shadow throws it at him and he catches it. So, quickly looking at this here, we'll take a look at the comic, is they do a real good job, and this one thing Super 7 does is they look at these little details and recreate the detail. So, you have his grenade, little pouch here on the side of his, his legs. As you can see, that's where his knife goes. That's where his sidearm is. He's got his 2 grenades there. Ammo belt right across here. So they do a real nice job of recreating everything that's on him. While doing that, I don't understand why they didn't just create the actual grenades that he had, but that's a minor little thing. But I'm going to compare him here to our O-ring Snake Eyes. This is a straight arm figure from 82, and I'm not going to talk about the price because it'd be unfair to talk about the price of an O-ring figure from 82 or 83 or 84 to anything from 2022. But if you don't know what an O-ring is, there is a O rubber band in the middle, and that's what gives them the articulation to move back and forth and pretty much move their legs. Now this is on a little metal T in here. G.I. Joe also gave you the option to do the T pose along with elbow articulation and knee articulation. And this right here is the reason, in my opinion, that Star Wars failed. So this here, what you're looking at with any of these ReAction figures, the reason why I'm going to do this is because a lot of people don't know what the ReAction is. They see it, they're like, wow, that looks really cool. They don't realize it's not an O-ring. It's not 5 points of articulation. You can't move it back and forth. There's very little playability. So here you go. But this would be what a Star Wars figure would look like. I'm sorry, this is what a G.I. Joe figure would look like had they followed the mold in 82 and 83 to make G.I. Joe, and just they want to follow, hey, this is what Star Wars is doing, and this is what we would have had. All right? And they would have been $1. Because that's what I remember Star Wars eventually being, like $1. G.I. Joe's be $2.63. So, there he is. He looks nice. I mean, I do like the way he looks. He looks really nice in the package. And once you get him out, you just really see the sad playability. And a lot of people wanted the O-rings. But Hasbro is bringing back the O-rings for us. So, that's it. There is a look at the Snake Eyes. He's got a Y back. I might have to go through there to see if he actually has a Y back in it. It's hard to say. So, anyway, let's wrap it up here. Alright, so there it is. That is the Target exclusive Super 7 G.I. Joe ReAction Snake Eyes. Issue 21. And that's what got me to order it, was the wonderful look of it. But I wanted to review it because, honest to God, I haven't seen any of the ReAction G.I. Joe figures out there yet. But I have seen a lot of people online that have come across these, and they don't realize their 5 points of articulation. I believe a lot of people believe they're going to be something like this because they look very similar. And when you're just seeing online, you wouldn't know that this is pretty much a Star Wars figure. I'm not a fan of it. I might pick up a couple sailors for the aircraft carrier, just as background noise, because I have so many shipwrecks and eventually you just look at the same figure. I might pick up a trooper just to compare it, considering you can still get a lot of these troopers on Walmart.com, even at Walmart, for $13, and you can see the difference in them. But the question is this thing worth $18? Are any of the ReAction figures worth $18? I can't say none of them are, because it all depends on what you're into. And if you're into punk and you want an agnostic front or the Gorilla Biscuits one, that's pretty cool. Like, that's something you're never going to see. If you want a small transformer that's not going to transform, you can get something like that. Or the Thundercats. They have a lot of different ones. He-Man. But what doesn't make sense is the G.I. Joe. And that's because this here, this articulation, the O-ring, in my opinion, is what ended Star Wars, which would be this. So, it's the figures they have look really cool in the box, and the artwork is amazing, and they really harken back with the file card on it, the panels on the back, so you can see the checklist, the figures that are coming, and the figures that they have. But in my opinion, Super 7 is a big enough company that $18 is too much for a ReAction figure. Now, that's me talking. These things sell. You go to Target, and there are all kinds of ReAction figures. You go to your toy store, there's going to be all kinds of ReAction figures, and they're just pumping these things out. So, who am I to tell you not to charge $18? Obviously, I bought one for $18, but I bought it for the nostalgia of this and to hang up along with some of my other figures. But I decided to open it up, show everyone what it looks like, and if I do get any more, I'll do a review on those ones too, probably, just to, give an idea. But, you get this Cobra Trooper. You can still pick up Cobra Officers and Cobra Troopers at Walmart for $13. Probably cheaper than that. They were going for, I think, $8 over the holidays because they're trying to get rid of them. And now with G.I. Joe coming back with the O-rings, and we already seen that they're going to have Cobra Troopers. And they have Snake Eyes and the Storm Shadow set, which is $40, $20 a figure, and they come with a bunch of other stuff. They're going to be based off this figure with O-rings and thumbs that don't break. It's hard for me to, even justify spending too much money unless you want something for the nostalgia. If you want something for background, just the background that you're not really going to see. But I can't really do much with this figure. He's just going to sit here. And if you're asking me to buy 1980 Star Wars Boba Fett or Han Solo, that's cool because I have that connection to it. Just like what Hasbro is about to do with relaunching the O-rings. And they're going to give me this figure. And they're going to give me a Storm Shadow. I already have these figures. But now I can pick those up and not have to worry about thumbs breaking. And they're going to have a bunch of weapons. But that brings me back to my nostalgic when I was a child playing with them. I don't really get this with these. And I guess I'm kind of bashing on the Super 7 ReAction. And I don't really mean to. I'm just giving my opinion. And like I said, I wanted to do a video to show people what the ReAction figures are. So someone's not picking up $18 figures, opening them up to try and put with their G.I. Joes and be like, this is garbage. I can't move them. If you know what you're getting and that's what you like, then good for you. If you have a ReAction line, that's one of the cool things about the Ultimates is that all their figures are the same scale. So you can put them with it. Again, it doesn't work with Classified, which is disappointing, but Super 7 wants you to work with their line, and that's understandable. So anyway, that's my video. Just wanted to quickly show them off. You guys go decide if you want to spend $18 on all these ReAction figures. I'm not really going to get into what they did with the... I will quickly. This is another video, I will. So, they say you don't have to buy them all, but you get these collectors. And one thing that they did with the Cobra Troopers, the sailors that are coming out, and the green shirts, is they gave them different colors. Black, white, and tan, or whatever. And that's cool. You're giving us different, you can have more mixed, which is cool, all right? You can have a mix of figures. The sailors some have mustaches, some have beards, some have no facial hair. Then you have all three colors. And then you have the Cobra Troopers, they have Y backs and they have H backs because that's what they had. To me, in my opinion, that's a money grab. That's, that people are going to collect everything. So now people are spending $18 on a figure like this, but they have to have the Y back and the H back of the Cobra Trooper, and there's black, white, and tan of both of them. So now you have to buy 6 at $18 a pop. And then the green shirts, okay, I get it. Give us 3 different colors. That's cool. But then you get to the sailors, and you're giving us black, white, and tan, facial hair, mustache, beard, I believe, no beard. It's 9 different figures, which is the exact same when you give me just a head sculpt. That's a money grab in my opinion. But to each their own. I really didn't plan on bashing them, but unfortunately, I guess I kind of get to that point where I do think the ReAction line, for the most part, it's a ripoff for $18 a pop for what you get for it. But hey, you know what? That's why we live in the USA. We can charge, and if people are going to pay, I think good for you. Get what you can get. I won't be spending much of my money on this when a classified figure costs me about $5 more. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm rambling on and I really didn't intend to bash a company, which I ended up doing, and I kind of hate it because they're a punk and skate based company, which again, it's me. Especially when they do like Gorilla Biscuits and Agnostic Front, different things like that, which some of you probably don't even know what that is. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm done. I'm rambling. I'm being mean. So if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Follow the channel. I'll be doing more reviews. I may pick up another couple of ReAction figure after I just bashed it, just to compare them. And again, I kind of want sailors, a sailor or two, just to break up the monotony of having a bunch of shipwrecks. Got like 9 of them. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good night. G.I. Joe, Super 7, ReAction, Target exclusive. That's a mouthful. I've only seen them online. So anyway, get out. Happy toy hunting.